Hi guys.
We're gonna be getting dating advice from her because she's married. She's show that ring, girl, show that ring. And I finally took advice from her that has helped me out in my relationships and everything. So I just want to bring her on my channel so she can put y'all on game. So if y'all have any questions about her and her marriage and she married her high school sweetheart, guys.
Guys,
So
we've been together since 2008. So 12 years, y'all. We've been together 12 years. We've been married about a little bit over 3 years.
yeah, so I'm so excited to introduce her. She has her own YouTube channel that she has started up, and I'm going to make sure I link it below. So right now we are going to be drinking some Stella Rose Black, and we're just going to get into it of how like sex, too soon or intimacy too soon can hinder your relationship status of being a girlfriend or becoming a wife. And I ain't trying to put myself out there, but I'm not perfect. I have made the mistake of not putting value on myself.
Yes.
And she's got on to me about like, that's too soon, or you need to take it more seriously, or you're not going to be taken seriously. And I'm like, all right, finally I'm getting marriage advice from my married sister, and a girl may get a ring.
Finally, guys, y'all don't understand. Like, it took this girl years to listen to me.
Okay, you gotta do me like that.
Like, I've been trying to help my sister.
That's okay, whatever. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. You know what? It's right. I've made the mistake. Yeah. She has not liked any of the guys that I've dated, and she would tell me off back like, no, he's not it. Oh, no, he ain't right. And I would not listen to her. And that's why I talked to girls that was like me. Wouldn't listen to anybody, wouldn't take advice from family or friends because I felt like they were, just not understanding my situation. Mm-hmm. So I finally listened to my sister, and a girl is in a very good situation with, so I'm not ready to talk about that yet.
That's okay,
but yeah,
that's okay. She's taking it slow. Like, this is brand new to her. Like, y'all don't understand. I'm very proud. I'm so excited for her.
Girl, okay.
Because it's just like, when you finally see your sister thriving from your advice.
This is my older sister, by the way. So, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about it. Okay. So, let's talk about it. Have you ever met a guy, y'all are talking, the talking stage. What is too soon to have sex? Because a lot of women ask me on my page, like, well, when is the right time to have sex or be intimate or take it to the next level? Because, I'm on my feminine journey, and nobody talks about that. Like, when is the right time to do that? So kind of like break down when you start talking to somebody.
So, guys, I mean, just because you start talking to somebody don't mean you have to jump in bed with them.
But what if they're like really fine and you're really attracted to them?
Let them continue to be fine and let you continue to be attracted to them, because, guys, it's not always about physical. Okay? Get to know each other. Like, find out, what does this person like? What does this person like to do? How does this person move around? Like, get to really know each other on that deeper level. Like, tell me about it, Brittany. Like, definitely, like, she listened to me. Like, so she didn't hop in bed with someone very quickly.
And not to say that I hop in bed with
no. Like, that's
not what we're saying.
We're just saying, like, on a different
But
level.
I definitely was like in the talking stages,
right?
And we were talking and we felt like we were in a relationship, but he never gave me the title.
Exactly.
And I gave him all these girlfriend privileges, and 3 months, 2 months, not 3 months, 3 months, 4 months in, I'm like, dang, like, you gonna make me a girlfriend or what? And I'm not. And they're just like, well, I'm just going with the flow. Or I'm just and I'm like, what? Like, how dare you?
Go with the flow. That's no. And we need titles. We need for you to stay. Like,
okay. And I didn't like that at first because I'm like, well, maybe that's not what I want. And you used to tell me that all the time. Be like, Brittany, I know you. Yes, that is. And I would lie to myself, and I would lie to myself so much and be like, that's not even what I want. I don't even know if I want a relationship. I don't even know if I like him.
Yeah, and I'd be like, Brittany, like, I know you, girl. Like, no. Like, she was like, no, Brittany, I'm just going with the flow. I'm like, you are not a go with the flow type of girl. Like, I know.
I don't think any woman is. I don't think any woman is.
You settle, ladies. Like, you settle to go with the flow because that's how the guy is going. He's going with the flow, and you feel like, oh, I don't want to give too much. Oh, I don't want to do too much. I just want to be cool. Like, I want to keep him around. No.
So go into your relationship and like how you played the game to get the ring and get him committed, because her husband, when they first met, every girl was after him. Every girl was after him. He played sports, right?
Yeah,
He played
yeah.
sports.
He was an athlete.
He's an
So
athlete. She was an athlete
he's
as well.
brand new to the school, so you know all the girls was like, "Oh my god!"
But I think
Yeah.
the girl threw her bra or panties at him, like in school. Like he was like tall and like everybody wanted him. Everybody. And for some reason, one day I just see him walking with my sister, and I'm like, "What is going on here?"
I mean, y'all, like, I really did not give him the time of day. Like, you know, like I was not sweating him like all the other girls were. And we have the same last name. So we were actually in a class, so we had to sit behind each other because the teacher was like, "Oh, I need to read, you know, organize everybody, sit alphabetical order." And that's how we started kind of talking. And, you know, he just started kind of talking to me. I was like, okay, just as friends, not paying him no type of mind. And I just kept going with the flow, like, you know, minding my own business. And so, you know, then one day he was like, he asked me for like where some classroom was, and I was like, "Oh, I could walk you there. I don't mind showing you." But it wasn't like, you know,
she was not giving him the time of day. She was not sweating him. So that is what I preach to you guys, ladies, about the men and the hunt and the chase.
Yes, you want them to chase you, lady. When I tell you, my husband chased me. Baby, he chased me. Well, first of all, like, you know, we were
I was
young.
always scared to do that because I'm like,
No.
well, if I play the game too hard, he's just going to leave.
Absolutely. If that man wants you, he go chase you.
That's
Y'all,
true.
I kept this man a friend for a whole year before I told him we could start dating. I wouldn't suggest that you guys do this, but you know, I was back in high school, like, and I was going into senior year. I didn't want a boyfriend. I was about to get ready to go off to college, so I was all like, boyfriend? I don't want no boyfriend. Like, you know, I'm about to go to college, see all these dudes. So that's the only reason why I kept him at bay for a friendship for a year. But we literally were friends for a year. We built
a year. She played the game for a
year.
That ladies do not settle for less.
Do not. I kept that man coming. Like, kept that man coming. And so, you know, I finally was like, you know what? He is kind of cute, I guess. And so I kind of like, you know, started talking to him more, but we really got to know each other like on that deeper level, that friendship level. Like, I got to know his interests, what he liked. He got to really know me and find out who I genuinely was.
And they weren't intimate at all. So it's like he was still chasing her.
Still, like, and I mean, to this day, like, you know, we'll talk about it. Like, my husband and I kind of like reminisce, and he'll be like, girl, you don't understand. Like, I wanted you so bad. You were just not trying to give me the time of day.
And he's used to girls like giving it to him.
Oh yeah. I was like the first woman he ever had to wait for. Like,
same with mine.
He was like, waiting. Like, what is this? Like,
because women give it, and it's so surprising to me how fast women do give it up. Because I'm not saying like you know, I'm not trying to judge anybody, but it's just like, it is kind of, yeah, we are sisters, by the way. We're sisters. I see you guys' comments. I'm sorry.
We'll get to you guys, I promise.
Yeah, we'll get to the questions. So just put your questions down below and we'll get to them. Any questions you have for her or I. So I would say that I never had the advice, because I would see girls like, oh, they slept with him, and then, but it's like after the 3 months of being in lust with that person, and that you start to go downhill, because sex definitely does blind you.
It does. You don't see certain things because you're
just
like, I'm just so in love. I'm so infatuated with this person.
And then once you give up the goods, you want to keep doing it with that person. You don't want to just give up the goods and say, oh, a red flag, let me cut him off, because then you just feel like you just wasted the body.
Exactly.
And you're like, well, shoot, the red flag ain't that bad.
Exactly. I can keep going, you know.
Especially if it's good.
He got something going. Yeah, exactly. He got something going on. I could keep coming back, but you dealing with bullshit. Like, come on, like, that's not okay. Like, especially ladies, because we all want more. We want to get to that level of potential boyfriends, fiancés, husbands.
We do want that. That's why you're watching this channel. You're here to heal, and you here to Do you live together now? Who
lives together?
No, her husband are still together.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're still together.
I live by myself. I'm not living with anybody until I'm married, like getting married.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, so we were saying like how wait, what?
Sorry, we kind of lost thought. I'm trying to answer that question. No, we were saying so sorry. I was like, I'm trying to read and think. Okay.
So I would say that I would get my heart broken many, many times, especially because when you sleep with that person,
Yes.
I've had situations where I've made a guy wait, and like anytime that I've made a guy like wait, like where I'm like, nah, like we're and I don't tell them like, oh, I am waiting for you to make me your girlfriend, because guys will be like, simple, okay, cool, we together, you my girl.
Right.
But one thing men do, they will not call you their official girl. They'll be like, oh, you my baby.
Yeah, or
what
like,
you mean? You my girl.
What you talking about? Like, yeah.
Like, we kicking it. It don't matter about titles.
I'm only talking to you. Like, what are you talking about? Like, like, what you want? Like, I'm over here, ain't I? Like, kind of, trying to make you feel good. Like, oh, he over here. You right. He texted me. He in my face. No. I need for you to address me, That's one thing I told her. I said, you need to make him ask you. Well, we're going old school. Ask you to be his girlfriend.
Ask you correctly to be his girlfriend.
Will you be my girl? Like, what is girl? What you mean girl? Anybody could be your girl.
Anybody can be your girl. Anybody can be your baby or your babe. But he needs to correctly ask you.
I want you to be my girlfriend. I want you to be my woman on my side that I'm only exclusively
with you, because then you end up sleeping with that person and then find out that they're like messing with other people, and they'll be like, well, you ain't.
We didn't say. I said you was my girl, but I didn't.
Nothing's official, right? Exclusive,
no,
yet.
like no, we're cutting off all ties. You cutting off your little boots. I'm cutting off my boots. We're exclusively in a relationship as girlfriend and boyfriend.
Yeah, and then even then, like you can make him wait, because most of the women that I know that like, because you get to make sure that he knows you for you and you like him for him.
Exactly.
Because if you're being intimate and you're giving him the goods and it's good, you ain't gonna want to give that up. You want those red flags gonna turn into 6 flags.
You gonna keep on. You gonna keep being like, oh, whatever, he gonna come over, blah, 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 then y'all make up, kiss, da-da-da, all that stuff, like, no, and you still not his girlfriend.
Yeah, because I was in a toxic relationship, but the intimacy was there, and I bypassed all of it. Like, men know they think they try to pull a Jody, and they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, and then they'll do what they do, and then you be like,
okay, I feel good. He over here giving it to
you. No.
We have to want better, ladies. You deserve better. I mean, come on, ladies. Like, we do so much. You can't, like, another thing, you can't be sitting there giving this man wifey duties, and you're not even his wife. You don't need to be cooking.
And I'm not saying you gotta wait till marriage, because I'm
not saying that, because I started beforehand, but it's like during that talking phase. When you invite a guy over, like, no, sis, he needs to be whining and dining you right now.
Yeah,
he needs to be chasing you. This man, God, I promise you, if this man is for you, and this is the man that's supposed to be, with you, he will chase you. He will chase you. And I had to tell her that. I was like, Brittany, he's going to chase you. Like, no. Like,
I was like, I don't want to chase him away.
She was kind of skeptical at first, but that man chased her.
He sure did.
He chased her. So she was like, oh my gosh. Like,
it's very different when you wait, because you start to see, like, and if that guy is interested into you, he's going to pursue you. But if he's not interested into you and he hasn't got the goods and he move on to the next girl and you're upset about it, I'm telling you that temporary pain that you feel, or that defeat that you feel, or at least you could say to yourself, well, at least I ain't give him nothing.
You still hold your value.
Yeah, I still hold my value. Do not devalue yourself when it comes down to that.
I didn't have to give him that part of me, because it's a lot to be intimate. Like,
you're exchanging your soul with that person.
Exactly. So you're not just, oh man, like I feel like this hole in me, like I feel this emptiness. You can be like, well, whatever, he want to walk away, he didn't want to wait for me, like that's fine. You can still be like, okay, I'm gonna bounce back, because you didn't give him that level of that deepness of you.
Yeah, you didn't do a soul tie. What is it, soul tie?
So
you didn't soul tie with them. Yeah. So I would say that, and also, like, I mean, so when you waited, y'all were friends for a year, and then you waited, and then...
So finally, I was like, okay, he was like...
You didn't lose anything, by the way. You didn't lose anything, but you feel like like my pastor said, like, it's like an egg, and you're just kind of like taking bits and pieces. They do take a piece with you.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
It's spiritually, and sometimes you don't even know it, and then sometimes you find yourself upset and sad and depressed and having anxiety,
you not know what's going on
for no reason, and you don't even know because you're so tied to something that you shouldn't even be connected to in the first place. God didn't set that up for you. That's why God did say to wait for marriage. Now that's not reality for everybody because everybody can't wait. Everybody can't. You know, you can get the peace back by healing. So don't worry. Like, trust me, you can get it back by healing and learning and being wiser and putting more value on yourself because there's so many women out there, sadly enough, and if you know any, send them to my page because we're gaining value and self-esteem and femininity, and we're gonna self-love journey all the way through this channel. So if you're here, that's what this level up mentality is that to not give away the goodies. Like, you wouldn't give money away to somebody so easily, so don't give it to him so easily.
Please.
And it's hard. Don't get me wrong.
I know.
It's hard.
Girl, it's been a while.
Especially if you like them.
Itch, you know, and it's like, it's really hard, but you have to know, like, you know what, you have to tell yourself, I value myself, I love myself enough not to let you have this until I am in a committed relationship, exclusive relationship with you. Until he's committed to you. You got, girl, please don't know that he has someone else out there. He's talking to his other little girls. Like, no, like, you need to be his only priority
when you give him that.
Yes.
Yeah, because I like I say, ladies, I say talk to other guys while y'all are dating and whatnot, but
when it's time
to commit, it's time. And you gotta cut off everybody.
You too, ladies, like, you have to cut it off. I know. I know. You have to cut it off because, you know, you're asking for him to give you that respect. You need to give him that same respect, you know. And that's something that we could definitely get into later because you do want to, you know, respect that man that's chasing you. You know, you want to show him, like, you appreciate that and you value that, like, okay, you're really, like, giving me this level that I've never received before, and I want to show you that level back, you know, to show you that I really truly appreciate you caring about my spirit, like my mind, my body, my soul, like, you know.
Okay, so let's get into some of these questions. Whoa, okay, guys. Woo woo woo. Okay, let's see. I think I see some. That's what I attracted him. You weren't desperate. That's quality. Yep. Thought you had a twin. Thank you. Hey, goddess. He was stuck. Yeah, we're sisters. Look at her. Thank you guys so much. Hello from the UK.
Hey, guys.
Let's see. I think I saw a question in here. How do you take your power back? Self-confidence. Thanks. Heartbroken. Oh, Emily, I'm so sorry. Okay. How do you take your power back?
It really starts with soul searching. Soul searching. Like, and I am a Christian woman, so I believe in the power of prayer. I believe in the power of the tongue. You have to speak positivity into yourself each and every day. You have to, you know, I believe in, this is, you know, everyone has their own thing, but I believe in getting, and I would literally I could be sitting like this and speaking to God. I'll talk to God like he's my friend and be like, you know, God, I'm brokenhearted, I'm going through these things, but I know that you have something better for me. I know that this is only this storm. You know, we're going to get through this. You have something aligned for me on the other side. Unfortunately, it has to
sometimes that prayer is hard. Because sometimes really you get mad at God. I've been mad at God many times where I'm like, I'm so mad at you that I'm hurt. I am very upset with you. Why would you allow me to go through this?
Right.
And why would you allow me to go through this? And then I had to realize that he's saving me from that.
Something. Yes.
He'll rather me, because he'll never put you through anything
more than you can bear.
Exactly. So you start with that. You start with the spiritual aspects of it because your spirit is broken. And sometimes when you go through a breakup, it's not even about that other person. It's about the childhood trauma that you're probably dealing with on top of that. Like, I used to have abandonment issues and like a distrust for men, and that they leave me for somebody else, or they leave and they're gone, and I'm just like devastated. And then I had to dig into my inner child and speak to my inner child and love on her because she
Yes.
needed loving, because she's trying to search for it in the wrong people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's what, because you know, sometimes I ain't gonna lie, it felt like sometimes when I talked to God, it was like talking to a brick wall. It was
It
like,
is.
God,
It's hard, but you just have to always, know in the back of your mind, like, I can handle this. Like, you always have to just have that confidence. Like, I can handle this. I wouldn't be going through this if I wasn't supposed to go through this storm. You might not see it right there, because I've been through a lot of situations, and I've been like so angry. I've been so upset. I'm just all like, ugh. I'm just done. But I'm just like, okay, and that's when I have the love and support of my husband. Because I feel like, especially, okay, when you get in a relationship, y'all got to have that balance. When I'm down, he's my rock. He's like, you got this, you can go through this, it's okay. He's that.
That's why it's important to
positive energy.
Marry the right person, because when you're going through things, he's gonna be there.
Yes.
To have to support you.
And vice versa. That's another question.
I be praying to get over this guy, but God be taking his sweet time, girl. God be working in the right time. I be wanting it on my time. Exactly.
That's the problem.
Exactly. Surprised I found my faith again too. And amplified, and it just amplified everything in a brilliant way.
Awesome.
It really did. Tips on where to meet guys. Did you go on a dating website?
It was God sent.
God.
I don't like to say, okay.
Social media for me.
Yeah. I mean,
especially during this pandemic, it's social media for me. They reach out to me, and I'm surprised how much you can meet. Like, you can meet the one person on social media. Like, that could be
and
the
then
one.
just don't be such in a search. I'm searching, like I'm digging for them. Just kind of be like open to like what you are receiving. Don't just be like digging for it. Because you don't want to search, because you won't.
And if I am praying for you, telling you I know it's not easy, but I'm proud of you for loving yourself to walk away. Oh, I realized over the last 5 years, I've gone from God, I want to die, or other really dark things, just talking to myself, because anxiety manifests like that for me. But now I have replaced. Was it like something else to that? Oh my gosh. No, trust me, I've been there. Like, I've dealt with depression, anxiety, especially after heartbreak. I just felt like, dang, this world is so cold. I don't want to be here, because if a good-hearted person like me can get messed over this many times, then this world doesn't deserve me, and I don't want to be here. But then I had to redirect my mindset to say, I am put in this dark, evil world to bring light.
Yes.
And that is why I have a YouTube channel, is because I want to bring light to others and know that you're not alone, and know that that you can get through these things, and you can help. Your testimony and your tribulation will heal others and help others.
Definitely help others.
So let's see. Let's go to other. Thank you so much, Mental Garden Party. That's so sweet. How do you recover from a long
how do you do
from a long relationship break, or a long distance relationship break?
Oh, well, my husband and I did long distance. We were both in college
But
together.
How do you deal with that?
And so, guys, when we did this, it wasn't like no Instagram or like Snapchat. It wasn't like all the social media. Like, iPhones were out, definitely, but I know I didn't have an iPhone then. I think maybe I did, but whatever, it doesn't matter. It's definitely difficult, but it's all about communication on both ends. Like, you guys both have to be willing to put in the communication. Like, you have to make time for each other. Like, it can't be no excuse like, oh, I can't talk tonight. Like, no, y'all have to make time.
The communication has to be times 10.
That's all it is. I mean, long distance, like, we literally had to make the time to talk. Like, I would be like, oh, I really gotta study for this test. But I was like, okay, I was studying. I'd be like, okay, well, we got 15 minutes. You take whatever time that you can. If you guys really want to make this work, you have to communicate. Like, that's your main thing, especially in the long distance, because that's all you have. You can't see each other, especially right now with COVID going on. It's not like you could just hop on a flight. You have to communicate. Like,
FaceTime.
And this is another thing. If you feel like if you feel like you're putting your all in and you're trying to do this communication, and your other partner isn't giving it back, speak up. and let them know, like, hey, I feel like you're not communicating well with me enough.
What have you spoken up so many times where they're now saying, oh, I'm just busy, I'm just tired. It's like, oh my God, like you're making it so much stressful. Like they're now putting it back on you.
No, it should not. Because if they want this to work, it has to be both ways. Don't let them flip it on you and make you think like, oh, you doing too much. You're nagging me. No, I'm just trying to
That's
give you.
gaslighting.
Yeah,
they're just missing your feelings.
Exactly. There's something going on.
Oh.
Be careful. I'm very serious because I've seen it happen with the friend, and I was kind of like, those are red flags. Because my husband and I, when I tell you we made it work and we communicated. He had got to a point where he kind of got busy with work, and I spoke up and I was like, I just don't feel like we're talking enough. Like, this isn't okay with me. Like, you're not here. I have not seen you in like 3 months. So you need to communicate better with me. And he did. He was like, okay, you're right. I apologize. Work has been stressful, but I was like, if you want me to continue to be your girlfriend, you need to communicate with me. Like, you have to speak up, ladies. Like,
okay, let's see. You have helped me so much these last couple of months as I've been healing from abuse from a narcissist. Thank you. Maria, I'm so sorry you experienced that. Trust me, mental and physical abuse, it's really hard because you are dealing with Stockholm syndrome, where you start to blame yourself and think that you're maybe crazy, or you are it's your fault in some way, and it's not your fault. That person is narcissists are very hard to deal with because they're very good manipulators.
Yeah.
And really they know how to gaslight you to the fullest, where you question everything about yourself and you can easily lose yourself in the process. So it's just focusing on getting back to who you are and not what you were told who you are and why this relationship ended, especially when they try to flip it and make it seem like it's your fault.
And it's not.
How would you deal with a mentally abusive child's father who wants nothing more than to destroy you? If the father is mentally abusive to the mom, should you let the baby see?
Ooh. That's deep.
I'm gonna make a video.
Okay, I was like, yeah.
I'm gonna have to make a video and look for it this week.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard for me because I'm not trying to put my business out there. I'm not trying to degrade anyone. I think that I have a decent co-parenting relationship now, but there are some things that I had to discover for myself, that I dealt with mental abuse for so long, where I thought it was normal, and everybody else around me was saying, this is not how you're supposed to be talked to. This is not how you're supposed to be treated. And I constantly was like making excuses for this person because I'm like, well, we have an understanding. Now, when it comes down, long as they're not abusing the child, then, or mentally abusing the child, let them still see the child. Please. If you don't feel like the child's life is in danger, then like let them. But you have to set boundaries. Anybody who's a parent here that's dealing with
co-parenting situation, boundaries.
You have to
set those
boundaries because they are going to disrespect you on many levels, and you also just cannot. You gotta take their disrespect as a grain of salt and say, this person's miserable. It's not me. It's them. It's not about me. It's him and his situation. He's mad. He's bitter about life. God's going to deal with him, and you let go and you let God. You pray for him. And you pray that he becomes a better man and become a better person. And nobody is perfect.
Right.
But you do not deserve mental abuse.
You don't.
And you can't control what comes out of that person's mouth.
Right.
But you can limit.
You can protect yourself.
You can limit and protect yourself by limiting how much communication this person has with you. Because just because you have a kid with them does not mean you have to tolerate and deal with their BS and how they talk to you.
Right.
You do not deserve that, and you let it be known. I'm not going to be here. If you're going to continue to talk to me like this, then we're going to have to switch up of how we co-parent and how we trade off on the kid, because I don't even want to see your face at this point. If you are going to degrade me as a person, like, I don't even want to see you. So therefore, let me call grandma, let me call mom, and see if we can do it that way, because I don't want to hear from you. If you're going to continue, you got to set your foot down and say it so calmly. Don't yell, don't scream.
So they could be like,
they're going to be like, whoa, she's really serious.
Yeah, but like,
she's not emotional.
You're very firm in what you're standing. Like, you just stand firm in your word and let you know, like, this is how it's going to be. And how I'm speaking, this is how you need to speak. This is how it's going to be. I'm not going to listen to this anymore. This is how we're going to start exchanging, and I
Mm-hmm.
pray that your situation doesn't, that saying that doesn't add fuel to the
It's even
fire.
more harder when you're single too, because you still have those feelings for that
Right.
person
Yeah.
that may always be there. They're your child's father and mother. Like,
Yeah. And
you're
y'all
gonna
were
always,
once
y'all were once together.
together. Yeah.
So you're gonna always have this idea of like, man, like we should have been together. We should have been a
Right.
family. We
Yeah.
should have been this. We should have been that. Like,
But it's okay.
And
It's okay.
yeah, and you have to understand that this person, a mentally abusive person, one of the things that they use against you is you know um a mentally abusive person is very manipulative, and they'll have you thinking that you're overreacting, and that,
You'll start
oh,
questioning
or
your
you made me do this
choices.
because, or I said this to you because
you said this.
dot dot dot
Right.
dot
Or you did this.
that
No.
is the number. If you ever hear a man say, well, I know I said these things to degrade you and hurt you, but you said dot
Ooh.
dot dot dot
No.
dot. Anything after that
Yeah.
is manipulation number one,
Yep.
and you must not tolerate
Then you
it. You
start going
gotta
back and
stop
thinking,
them right there
yeah.
and say, no, 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 no. What we're not gonna do is do that. This is the line, you crossed it, and therefore we are no longer communicating in this way until you can get it together, because at this point you are not accessible to me anymore.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, let's get some more. I'm so sorry you're dealing with that. I'm gonna make a video on co-parenting and moving on from your child's father, because there's different levels to that,
really
and that's why I talk about
and
healing.
it's deep too.
It's
Like,
deep. It's a spiritual bond,
Right.
because y'all made a human together. Let's see. Okay, what is your thought on this situation? If you tell your boyfriend stories of back then and he doesn't tell you his stories, it's been a year and a couple of months.
I don't like that, and I'm gonna be honest with you, because you need to be honest. You need a year and a couple of months. Like, that's going into a pretty,
But some people are very like, they don't want to talk about their past, and that is
Can you clarify? I guess I clarify. Like, what do you mean? Like, kind of stories? Because I'm just like,
I guess like about their past and things that has happened to them, but you never know what that person
are they talking
could
about
be.
relationships? Or are you talking
I
about,
mean,
like,
just in general, what if somebody is holding back from you and it's been a year and a half and y'all been together, then they don't know either how to express themselves, and they don't know how to express themselves, or maybe something did traumatic happen to them, and that is how they deal with their emotions, and that is something that you need to sit down and talk to your partner about, and say, I feel like you need to open up more,
because you kind of like letting it pass. Like, okay, it's been like a year and a couple months. Then you have to. That's why I say.
Because how do you
to
really
speak
connect
up.
without
That's what I'm
really
saying. Like, you gotta kind of go deep. Like, especially a year and a half.
But
that's
some things I
going
kind of don't want to know. Like, if your boyfriend used to be like a little player or something like that,
But that
sometimes you
shouldn't
don't want
hurt
to
your
hear about
feelings.
those. Because then you kind of think like, dang, I hope you're not doing that to me.
No, no, you
That's
wouldn't.
how I am.
No, you wouldn't
I'd
think
be
like
like, I
that.
wouldn't know.
No, because I mean, my husband did things, and I was like, okay, but you'd be like,
They don't ever scare you. Like,
doesn't
I mean, it
scare
wouldn't
me.
scare you now because you're married.
and it
but,
didn't scare me back then. Like, I, kind of wanted to know, like, okay, wow, because this is who you were. You're not like that anymore because you've evolved as a man. You're changing. Everyone has a past that they've done things that they are ashamed of. But it's the fact that you are evolving, and it's okay. Like, it's okay if you I had a little hoe moment. That's fine.
I broke some hearts along the way.
Right, exactly. But if you're evolving as a person, like, that's who I was. I'm not like that no more. So it's okay to share. That's why I said I don't like that. I just feel like you should be able to be open with this person. Like, if you're being intimate with this person, why can't you be more open? Just vocalize that.
Yeah.
Sit them down and be like, hey, I would like to talk to you on a deeper level.
Oh, I don't know how to do super chat, but thank you. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. That'll be nice. I'll do lives every Sunday. I try to do them every Sunday, but somebody said entanglement. Okay. My current entanglement involves a guy who is so self-absorbed. Good guy, but way too selfish at times. Like, if he's not happy, no one is happy, sort of thing. Ooh.
This is good because one of my really good friends, this is her guy. And it's draining. It is very draining. And I say certain things to her, but not too much because that's what she likes. But you have to speak up for yourself. Just let them know, because I'm just like, I don't feel like that's right. I feel like, she'll back down from an argument even though she's correct about it, because he's like,
Oh no.
yeah, because he's like, no, da da da, I'm right, and da da da. I'm just like, I don't get into arguments with couples. I kind of just watch and observe, and I pull her to the side and I let her know, like, friend, you need to kind of stand up for yourself, and you need to let
That's
him
bold.
know.
I don't tell my friends nothing. I almost lost a friend for telling her something.
It's because we have that type of relationship. It depends on what type of relationship that you have with that person. And she's comfortable enough because she comes to me and asks me for advice, like how to handle these certain situations or handle him, because she's like, it's draining. It takes a lot out of her, and I really do hate that, because it's like she's
have
trying
kids with this person.
It's like she's trying to get him to change, but I was like, if he don't want to change for himself, that change is going to be really hard. But she's praying for him, and she's continuing to fight, and I support her, and I continue to pray for her.
Okay. Let's see. Demonic betrayal. But thank you. Yes, my ex made me think I was overreacting, girl.
You're not overreacting.
You're not.
Do not dismiss those feelings.
I really have a hard time handling my depression and anxiety. So you have to dig deep and see where that depression and anxiety is coming from. Because it could be something like my depression that would come on, and anxiety would be triggered by something.
Yeah.
And then it would be like, dang, like I
went there, and I was like, oh God. But it was just like a word that you said, or like something that you use. It stems back, for me, sometimes it stems back to like something that happened in my childhood. And I'm like, oh my God, Brady, come on, like, you're better than that. You can't let that, take you back to when you were 10,
No, but I think that also that you have to not ignore it, because the longer that you prolong that anxiety and that depression and you ignore you have to go back to that place of that time when you were younger, and that hurt little girl was crying and nobody was there to tend to her, or that hurt little boy was there and crying and nobody knew why they were crying and what happened to them or what happened to you. You have to go back and say, I'm here.
Yes.
You have to visualize that child and say, I'm here. I'm sorry nobody was here, but I'm here to protect you now. And it's okay. And you have to look at the world as in not just this place, but you have a purpose. And you have to understand that that drives everybody. That drives everybody to be better and to be knowing that you are here for a reason. That one seed met that one egg out of all the thousands. You were that
swam
seed.
And you made
you swam out of thousands of thousands.
You're here for
is it like a million?
Yeah.
I don't even know. It's like a million to 1,000
it's a lot.
seeds.
Like that one
and
seed.
you were that one that made it to that egg, and it created you.
You are here.
You
for
are uniquely
reason.
made.
Yes.
You are beautiful, and you need to understand you are here for a reason. And yes, sometimes I feel like I'm not a part of this world, and maybe we're not supposed. We're put here for a reason.
Everyone's put here for some type of
reason to serve a purpose.
Right.
And you
have a purpose.
I believe in, if you don't serve that purpose now, you're gonna keep reincarnating back here. That is just my personal belief. We may think a little differently, but that's me. And I'm like, I don't want to come back here.
Yeah.
I don't want to come back here. Yeah. Therefore, I need to serve whatever God is, my purpose now, whatever gifts and talents that I have, no matter how big and small. Don't compare yourself. And also, depression and anxiety can come from comparing yourself to other people.
Yes,
where you're supposed to be, and like how much money you're supposed to be making, how you're dressed.
Everyone starts their own race at a different time.
Yeah.
Everyone is running at a different time. So you're going to get to the finish line maybe a second behind, maybe a minute behind, but you're going to get to where you need to be when it's your time.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Sorry, also experienced that as horrible pain. Okay, this is off topic, but I'm growing my channel. Can you tell me what lighting you use? I use the, what is it called? The ring light. I use a ring light.
Just a ring light.
Just a ring light, 14 inch.
Amazon.
But I do have it on my. I have a video testing out my ring light, and that's what I use for my lighting. But you know, as it grows, my it'll get up there. I have a lot of things that I want to discuss with you guys, but I'll probably do it for next Sunday. A lot of things that I want to introduce to y'all, and like how I may be starting a Patreon soon, so I can connect to y'all on a more personal level and have one-on-one conversations. I know a lot of you guys want to, like, you know, pay me for my time, so I'm just trying to maneuver to see how that is, because I definitely want to connect on a personal level with you and have like a more one-on-one conversation. We can talk about your situation, and we can just be good virtual friends. So I would love to do something like that, so I'm looking into those type of options.
I'll be here, guys.
Yeah. And then my sister as well. Okay, how would you deal with a narcissist child's father who was mentally and physically abusive? I have a second-degree burn, bad from push me and struggle. Well, you need to physically get away from him and get a restraining order. And if he could do that to you, then I wouldn't feel safe with having my child around somebody like that, because they may try to do something to the child to get back at you if they're that crazy. But
or if the child is like annoying them or something, they could just snap. Like,
especially if they have like a snapping problem. If they're willing to do something to harm you, they don't care about themselves. So therefore, they're not going to care about you, and therefore, it's hard for them to care about the child as well. I personally wouldn't feel safe having my child around somebody who physically burn me on purpose. And
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
How to be patient while waiting to be in a healthy relationship with the right guy. Whew. I know, because I wasn't patient. I was like, you know what, I'm about to just, you know.
I mean, you just have to know. You got to kind of just, I want better for myself.
I think it's okay to date. I think it's okay to date other
people. Talking about dating?
I think, well, they were saying like how to be patient while waiting to be in a healthy relationship with the right guy.
It's definitely okay. Like, you know, definitely okay to mingle, you know, talk to other people. Don't put all your eggs in this one basket.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Until that person, you know, let you know, like, okay, I'm ready to chase you. When you get that one person that's like, you know,
and it's not even like men hate that. For some reason, men, like these men on YouTube, be sitting there telling y'all, men, y'all the prize, y'all shouldn't be chasing women. Men naturally want to chase. They want to naturally pursue you and be the man in the relationship. Like, you should not.
Don't let no one tell you that they love to chase. Like, even my husband, he'll tell me, he was like, you know, it was hard work, and he was like, man, it was so hard, but like, I enjoyed it.
They like a challenge.
He enjoyed it. He enjoyed the challenge. He's like, it was like, oh man, he was like infatuated with the fact that I haven't had it yet. Like, my God, I can't wait to see what it's like when I get it. It was like a race for him. So don't let men tell you they don't like to chase. If they don't like to chase, that's not the man that you need.
He ain't trying to put in no effort anyway. That means if he wasn't trying to chase you and put in that effort or pursue you, that means he wasn't trying to give you he was a low effort man in the first place. And he just was like, okay, move on to the next woman that's gonna be putting up with my low effortness, because I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. That's why it sucks when you give a low effort man your all, and then you see them pursuing another woman and doing all these things that he didn't do for you because you made it easy for him.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see, tips on getting over long-term relationships and building back up confidence.
I think it's all about taking your time, self-loving yourself again, and kind of just
finding yourself.
Finding yourself
you've been
without this person.
Yeah, it's like a death.
It's like it's always
it's like a death.
I mean,
like your routine to talk to this person every day. You're with them all the time.
It's like, okay,
anytime you have problems, you call them, and now you're like,
so
dang,
you
I
have
can't
to go back to
them
remembering what made me happy by myself. What did I like to do by myself?
Discover new things.
Yes.
Do things by yourself. Hang out with your friends
yes.
and your family, and surround yourself with people.
Love.
Don't seclude yourself to cry it out, but then like when you're finally within a couple of weeks, so I would say give yourself 2 weeks to just just kind of handle it for yourself.
That depressed phase.
Go through that depressed phase, which is gonna last for a little minute, but you have to fight through it, and you have to be determined that you will get through it, and that it's not the end of the road, and that you don't understand what's happening now, but you have to understand that it is all happening for a reason, because God can see the future and we can't. And so He knows that this, and if it's meant to be, it's gonna come back.
It'll come back around.
It'll come back at the right time. Maybe God had to take him away
to work on
temporarily,
him, or work on yourself.
To work on yourself,
so you can come back together stronger.
Exactly.
A new bond and a new item that you're working towards.
And that's possible as well. But you have to let go in the process. You can't be holding on to this thought of like, well, maybe we're gonna get back together. Like, no, let it go.
Focus on yourself. In that meantime, focus on growing yourself as a better person, and working on yourself personally, like, because maybe
maybe there were some things that you didn't do.
Exactly. Maybe there's certain things that you were just like, you weren't good at, or maybe you could have been better. Oh, maybe I caught attitudes too quick. Something, just work on yourself.
Or maybe I had insecurity and I needed to
build my confidence.
Right, because like I said in my last video, low self-esteem will ruin your relationship. I don't know how many guys I've talked to where they're I really felt this girl, but she made me have so much anxiety. And men want their peace. If you are not his peace, he is going to make sure he finds somebody who's going to give him that peace.
Exactly.
Not to say that y'all not going to never argue and fight.
Right, exactly.
But if you're always being insecure, you're
always picking fights, you're knick-knacking and stuff like that.
Knick-knacking, fighting, looking through phones, going off about stuff. No.
You have to be like, I'm secure in what I got going on, and I know everything is okay. You can't be just super insecure about it.
Yes. Is it Dominic? It's Dominic Betrayal. Y'all 103.3 in this chat need to put that. Yes, hit the like button, please. Please hit the like button. Let's see. Can you make a live about long distance relationships? I have a video on long distance relationships. I have a video on long distance relationships, but I can definitely do a live on it. Or my sister can make one. My sister was in a long distance relationship and she's now married to her husband.
And we were long distance.
What's your page name? I'll put it below.
Yeah, we'll put it below. But it's exclusively Brandy.
Exclusively Brandy. Spell it out. Exclusively your name. Your name is spelled different. Nobody.
No, it's the same. Oh, Brandy. Oh, Brandie. But it's exclusively Brandy.
Exclusively Brandy. Yes. She just. Is your video up?
Yes, I did. Video over the entanglement, Will and Jada. So
her point of view on marriage. I told y'all I was spell it.
Yes, Brandie.
Somebody put that in the chat below. Exclusively.
Guys, I have so many videos coming. My sister, and not only my sister, but guys, for years I've had so many people say, you need to make a YouTube. Like, what's the advice? Like, how did you keep it going with your husband for 12 years? Like, what's the secret? And my sister-in-law always was like, you need to write a book. You need to, do stuff. And I was like, and then so finally my sister's like, you need to get on here. You need to do it. So
and she has an amazing husband. He is not perfect, but he is like, I'm like, wow. I used to say all the time, her husband's rare. There's not men that exist like this. Men don't exist like this. Like, I would tell her, you just got lucky.
Yeah.
You just got lucky. I used to say that all the time.
She did. And I'd be like, no, Brenda, I promise. Like, she was, in her hard-headed phase. She wasn't listening, but, she finally took advice. And so she's getting treated the way that I've been treated. So she's like, okay, sis. Like, she finally gets to see what it's like. And so she's like,
he reminds me so much of, like, my husband. Yeah, it's so weird. Like, they're very weird. Similar.
But it's because of what she waited for.
Yeah, very true. Okay, let's see. Exclusively Brandy.
Yes.
That's funny. They said Brandy. Good evening. If you have questions, where is the best way? Yes, y'all can follow me on Instagram at Brittany Nashay, BrittanyNashAye. Like, y'all can. Below, we'll link it below. I'll link all of this below after the live. Let's see. Thank you. Okay, so wait for a man, period. So when is the right time to give it up? Okay,
well, I will tell you. Just like I told my sister, the right time is when you are in a fully committed relationship. I told her because, you know, like she said, it's kind of hard, and you kind of be like, I said, no, let that man know. I do not want to have sex with you until we are in
And
a
don't invite him
fully
over. Don't
committed
invite him
relationship.
over.
Do not put yourself in situations like, oh, you know, you want to come up, like, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't invite him up.
That's opening the door
and
for
let him know, like, hey, babe, like, I want you to respect the fact that, you know, I don't want to go there yet until it is something that's serious and committed, and I don't want to take it to this level until I know how I am.
Right.
And I've always been like celibate.
And
like,
a guy, I mean, it's the same thing. Like you kind of like, they know what they want.
Yeah, they know what they want. It doesn't take a man a long time to know what they want.
And so that's why I let her know, like, let him know, tell him. And if he tells you otherwise, or if he has like an attitude, that's not the man for you.
Yeah, if
that
he's
man
mad
is
about
going to wait for you.
Yeah, I've had situations where guys was like, man, come on, like, oh man, in college, man, oh Lord, college was just like disrespectful. Like if a guy is pressuring you to have sex and he's like taking off your clothes and you telling him like, no, and you're not like confident in it, and he's still doing it, he does not respect you.
He does not
because
respect
like
you.
You know, like you'll be in a situation like I was really surprised. I'm like, wow, he's so respectable. Like things get heated, and then I'll be like, no, he'll be like, okay, let's go, let's sleep at the room now. Let's don't even do this, like whatever. Like I don't need to hear you complaining about my bones.
Right, exactly. Like he never like I know I can never forget. Like he was like, I was kind of like, oh okay, and then I was kind of like, no. He was all like, okay, you don't want to, that's fine.
Yeah, and they respect that.
And he respected that.
Like
I mean, later on, he told me, he was like, do you not know that killed me when you did that? But if you didn't want to do it, he said, I wasn't going to pressure you. I wanted for you to feel comfortable. I wanted for you to feel confident in your decision.
Yes.
And okay with your decision that you made. Because I didn't want to do it. And then later on, you feel like, oh my God.
If a guy's pressuring you and taking off your clothes or waiting till you get drunk or trying to make you drink and go out and drink and call you crazy and stuff like that, and you telling him like, hey, you know where I stand, make sure you let him know. And if you're somewhere in his house or he's at your house and he's
be careful about that too, going to their house, staying over late.
Staying over late, do not
give guys the idea.
I have to understand this. Men say straight up, like my man now and like her husband will sit here and say like, if you spending the night, we getting the cheeks. Like we expect to get
you
cheeks.
coming over my house late, I'm expecting for something to happen. So be careful.
Do not go to a man spend the night over there. If it's past a certain time.
Like, start leaving like 10, because starting to go into 11, 12, it's like, okay, what we doing?
What we doing? You know, you expecting something. Yeah. So for sure.
Be careful with that.
Oops. Okay. Let's see. Yes, exclusively Brandy. Let's pin that pin. Where it say?
It's not on there.
Oh, it's not on there? Okay. I can't pin it.
Don't worry, we'll link it.
If you would like to do a collab with me, you can either email me at btaylortv btaylor@watch1394.com. I'll have it linked below, or in my other videos and my Instagram as well. Just contact me.
All of this, guys.
Yeah. Also, yes, we'll link her channel as well, her Instagram. Never settle. I've learned that from you, and I've taken that to heart, especially since everyone is needy during this pandemic. Don't settle for a guy. It's okay. But does your advice work for the same-sex relationship as well? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
When did y'all know y'all were ready for a relationship?
I knew that I was ready when I just felt it within myself. I was like, okay, you know, I'm just gonna kind of give this guy a chance. Like, I'm really liking the things that he was like bringing to the table, how he was treating me, how he was respecting me, kind of that chase. He was kind of chasing after me. And I was like, you know what? He's really trying. He's really consistent. He never changed. Like, he was very consistent in the way he pursued me for that year-long time frame. And so I was like, you know, I feel like he will be, you know, a great potential. I've seen things in him. Our conversations that we would have, they were very mind stimulating. I was like, wow, like when my husband speaks, like, especially like when he's like in like a serious conversation, he's speaking about the future. I'm just like, wow, like I'm very intrigued and I'm engaged by the words that he's saying. And I'm just like, even at a
When a
young
man is serious,
age,
baby, he starts talking. He starts saying we
yeah,
instead of I.
yes, he was just like, or he started making plans for us. Like, when I
Yeah.
was all like, we were very young, and so it wasn't like we going on like big trips or whatever. But he was just kind of like, when we travel, like we want to, I would love to take you this place and go, different things. And I was like, he's really making all these plans, and he was consistent with the guys. I'm trying to tell you, like day in and day out, week by week, he was very consistent in pursuing me.
Yeah. And then I saw, yeah, Houston got some great men.
They really do. Well, our men are not even from Houston.
Oh, well,
They from New
yeah.
Orleans, so.
Southern men are way different than
Yes,
up north men.
very
I'll definitely
gentlemen.
say that they have a different. Men will rush into a relationship to get it quickly. Well, you have to
You
know,
have to be
like,
careful.
you have to be careful. You have to have discernment
Right.
and understand, like, does this feel like he's
Why
rushing?
do we? Yeah, like
Because even if y'all get in a relationship, that doesn't mean we're having sex.
Right,
That doesn't mean
exactly.
we're doing that.
Because I got in my relationship and I still made him wait.
Mm-hmm. So that doesn't
So
mean
he
anything.
was like, all right. I was like, no, I'm still not ready. And he was like,
And it
okay.
depends, like, what all he's doing, too.
Right, exactly. So be careful with that. Like, you know your standards. Like, like, okay, we're in a relationship, but, I still would like to wait and see how he responds to that.
Yeah, and then, like, when he put in that effort, he's spending money, he's dropping coins, he's spending time, he's making effort, he's really...
He's surprising you. Right.
And doing all these things. When a man
he's
is
doing
only
things
rushing.
for you, and you're not even asking for them to be done.
But most men, they're not about to sit here and get in a relationship with you. They're not going to risk that just to have sex. Like, some men will, but you could tell, like, his immaturity. Like, he's going to be like, well, we together. It's just like, there needs to be something. It's
not a grown
like,
man level. It's still like that young mind frame. Like, wow, we together. You my girl. Like,
you my girl. Yeah, we together.
Yeah.
If it's like that and there's no thought behind it, it's just like, yeah, we together. Like, it's no, like, will you, like, I really, you'll know. You should have discernment, and you should, make sure that's why you don't sit there and tell them, like, oh, well, as soon as we're together, we can have sex. Because then that's just kind of like.
Yeah, you just,
Yeah, no. Okay. But you gotta use discernment.
Hey, Tanya.
Tanya, yes, Houston, H-Town, the best of the best. Yeah, New York City, I heard they trash, especially LA. Oh my gosh.
Nice ladies.
Thank you so much, Ariel.
Thank
you. Yeah, we live in Houston. Faye, has COVID-19 affected the relationships around you? Have COVID affected your relationship at all? Like, because there's a lot of people that broke up because of COVID.
Yeah.
But I think this is a time to genuinely find somebody.
Yeah, and I feel
like this is the time to stop and think and focus. And a lot of men are finding themselves like, wow, like I'm just really in here.
Because you don't have the club to go to.
You had a club, you had distracted. You can find genuine relationships during COVID.
Yeah, you can really find like that person because it's all about caking right now. Coming, chilling at the house, maybe getting some takeout. You really got to get creative right now as well with these dates because it's not
picnic dates. It don't have to be at your house. I believe in like doing something outside
going
the house.
Like going to a park. Oh, let's go for a walk. I mean, that's time together. Like that's something. Like you're just trying to get out the house. Like
Yeah, but I think it tested a lot of people's relationships. A lot of people who was faking the funk, going to work, and now they're at home.
It's different now.
And now they're like, oh, I don't like you. Because like, you're annoying. Like,
I know. You know what? Actually, because my friend asked me, like, how are you and your husband doing? Like, are y'all okay? And I was like, we're fine. She's like, oh, because this boy here, he's getting on my nerves. And I'm like...
Because you use all these distractions.
I'm like, we're loving it. We are loving the quality time. We are loving spending time with our son at home. We are loving... Because we don't get to do that because we're so busy, like, literally working and stuff like that. But we're actually able to slow down and just really spend that time together. Like, it's been really nice. Like, I was like, I'm going to be sad when this ended. But, back to reality.
Okay. To preserve our husbands in Jesus' name. Amen. Yeah, because he'll send them the right act. You got to be very, 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 let God know what you're looking for and what you want.
Very
clear.
Yes.
When a man doesn't make time to come and see you and still shows you he cares, but there's no action, is he serious? How is he showing you he
Yeah.
cares if
How-
he's
if
not
he-
coming to see you?
That's what I want to. Yeah, I was like, I need you to like kind of clarify.
Because all he's doing is talking, no action. You gotta
can
go
talk
off
all day long.
You
I
can
can
talk all
live-
day long,
Yeah.
but there needs to be action
Right,
behind that.
right. That's like me. That's like me messing up, and I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna still do it again. Like I'm just talking. I need actions behind that.
How would you deal with poverty and being made fun of at school? My mom does the most to make me feel like I'm just as good as everyone else. You are just
You
as good
are.
as everyone
And
else, and most material things does not define
It
you.
does not.
And just know that all those kids that are
Ooh.
making
Oh my
fun
God.
of you.
Because I see this every day. Cause
Oh, she's a teacher.
I'm a teacher. And
Those kids grow up to ain't gonna be nothing.
Ain't
Why
gonna
they
be
making fun of your
nothing.
shoes
It doesn't
and your
matter
clothes?
because you're gonna grow up and you're gonna be the most successful person
You're gonna be the
out
most
the room.
most
You are gonna outshine all those kids.
most
You're
people
gonna
who get bullied. I got
you're
bullied
gonna
so
look
bad.
back and you're gonna be like, that didn't even matter because of where you are now in life.
Yeah.
So don't let those kids bring you down. Don't let them knock you. Don't let them talk about you.
Because all
And
they're
that
doing is
hurts you.
they're just reflecting because they're insecure
Because they're
and they're
going
not
through
happy.
things.
They may have all
They're
these
not
material
happy.
things, but you're gonna respect your mom. Your mom's doing the best she can.
really can.
And you're gonna really appreciate your mom, and you're gonna reward her, and that's gonna make you wanna be better in
You're
life.
going to thrive so much in life. I see it all the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, I haven't been teaching that long, but I've seen some of my kids grow up, and man, it's like, wow. I saw the potential in you, and I seen how them kids treated you. Still your head high, and you kept fighting every day. Because I had a student that mom spoke positivity into her, and she let her know that everything was gonna be okay. That mama is amazing, and you need to just give her a hug. Give your mom a hug and let her know that I thank you and I appreciate you, because that's all you need to listen to at the end of the day. Because guess what? Them kids, oh girl, I can't even, like, oh my God. Them kids, they are not even worth your time. Kids are so ruthless.
I'm in the same predicament. Love world is cruel and it don't treat you good until you make space for yourself to be recognized. How to meet guys without looking for a boyfriend and not holding expectations that may potentially hurt you in the future.
What expectations are you holding that'll hurt you? Because I feel like
I think you shouldn't just get your hopes up too
Right.
fast and too soon. I think that, us as women, we go on our first date and be like, oh my God.
I see
like,
the potential girl. That's boyfriend.
I can see him as my
Like,
husband.
hold
You
on,
already
wait.
planning a wedding in your head.
Right, yeah.
You done made the Pinterest board and everything. And
Yeah.
you just, chill, relax,
Yes.
and understand, like, let him show you who he is.
Yeah.
Let him show you who he is and what he's about, and don't get your hopes up. And that's why you date other people while because you
That's
date
the
other
main
people
thing.
too.
Date other people and still go out and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, don't wear your heart up. Look, I wear my heart on my sleeve, but I'm guarded because
Yeah.
I've learned my lesson over and over again. People will fake the funk, people will manipulate you, people will lie to you, and you just cannot. You
Yeah.
gotta let that wall slowly down.
Slowly
and if
come
you
down.
feel like you're moving too fast, pull back a
Yeah,
little
that's-
bit.
it's okay.
Pull back
Pull
a little
back,
bit, and
yes.
he'll if he wants you, he'll gonna be like, oh, she pulling back. Let
What's
me
going
reel
on?
her back.
Yeah, right, exactly. He gonna be like, I
Let
need
me
to,
reel her back
I need to
in.
do more. I need to
I
be
need
more
to do more to show
consistent.
her
Yes.
that I am here for her and I want her.
Good luck.
Listen, I don't know what this means, but anyway, but yeah, so I guess that's about it because it's been like an hour.
Yeah.
I'm trying to date other people, but other people are not showing effort like he is, and that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. And he
Yeah, he made me potential, but
I think how would I say that?
because I mean that's fine because everyone that you are dating is not going to show potential, but it's just kind of you're just guarding yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's the right word. Like you're just kind of guarding yourself just so you're not putting all your eggs
In one basket. Yeah, because just in case and it does suck because if you stop talking to that one person that you really was feeling and you got all the other dudes, you just take that time for yourself and stop talking to people and just take that time for
like,
yourself.
You know what?
Like,
I'm just about to love myself. I'm about to take myself out on a date. I'm about to treat myself. Like, make yourself feel good. Thank you for sharing all
Thank you so much, Tanya.
I'm so glad.
But yeah, it's been an hour, so
Yeah.
we don't want to make this live stream way too long. But I do have a video coming up. If y'all have any other video suggestions that you want me to make or want her to make, please go over to her YouTube channel, follow her, give her a thumbs up, watch her video. If you have any marriage, couple, long distance relationship, she married Brandy. She married her high school sweetheart. My God, this light's about to come tumbling down on us. She about to make me mad.
Sorry. Thank you.
So go ahead.
I got all the advice for you.
Yes, I'm about to
have a video this Friday.
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped over your question. I'm sorry,
oh, no.
It's so many on here.
Tell us your question.
Yeah, where can you meet a quality man? Honestly, it's how you can meet a quality man anywhere.
Anywhere right now.
Like, but if you want
to meet a man in like the club though.
No, the club.
No.
Ain't nobody looking for a relationship in the club. But you can go to a nice like restaurant or a bar or somewhere and dress up and go out, or like a social event or social media. Nowadays, especially with COVID and stuff like
what
that,
was your
you can
question?
find one. Y'all never answered my question. I'm sorry, y'all.
So sorry. I know. Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Is that a vision board of it lately? Yes, I have a vision board.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know who Google user is, but that person needs to probably go.
It's hard dating during COVID. It is hard, but like I said, you have to get creative with those dates. Like, it's more of like, let's go to a park kind of thing going on now, or let's,
Feeling me 01, thank you for your videos. It's really helping me heal from my breakup of 7 years.
I mean, you really have to get creative during these COVID times, guys. Like, that's not an excuse. Like, oh, the restaurant's closed type of thing. Like, maybe you could kind of set up a date at the house. Like,
I don't believe in going to the house, but
it depends on how long y'all been dating.
How to first friends with someone with benefits relationship with. Wait, how to stay friends with someone you had a friends with benefits.
That's hard because you took
it to the next level.
Yeah, like that's hard to come back from.
Because like, why are you holding on to them as friends? Like, you gotta make sure that situation is not you trying to hold on to them and it just didn't work out, and now you're trying to go back to friendship. I feel like once you go past sexual intimacy with a friend, that's kind of going past it, it's gonna be hard to go back, especially when feelings were involved.
Yeah, it really is.
Because it just seems like now you're just probably just holding on to this relationship, or whatever. And how do y'all feel about interracial relationships?
I don't
feel any type of way about it. I feel like
love is love. Like, I mean,
I don't know. Like love whoever you want to love. Like, I don't have no problem with it. I think that Black women, for sure, limit themselves in the dating pool by not, seeing what other guys are out there. That, like, if there's a guy, like an Asian guy who is really trying to pursue you and you're like, oh, his race, then I don't think that's, but if it comes down to y'all are just not matching because of that, or his culture background is way different, or he doesn't believe that your life matters, or y'all have different political beliefs, that's going to hinder the relationship. But I have no problem with just long as that person understands and respect your culture and understand and respect the things in your struggle, and they're not feeling sorry for you or fetishizing you, then I see no problem with it at all. You just gotta like have discernment with that as well. How can you pull back after you've already given it up but still want to talk to the person? I've done that. Like, I still pull back. It still works. If y'all go to my video on how to naturally fall, how to naturally fall back, that works regardless.
I've done that. Like, I kind of, we started, being intimate, and then I was like, you know what? I just want to slow this down because it was kind of too much for me, and he was fine with it. Like, it's okay. So I was like, I want to stop, and he was truly okay with that. He was like, okay.
You can still pull back.
You definitely can.
And that'll make a man wonder, like, what do I need to do? What did I do? What did I do?
And he asked me, like, what happened? Like, what's going on? And I was honest with him. That's why, ladies, I always say, be honest with them. Communicate. Let them know. But
if he's acting up and he's like not really giving you the attention after you didn't give it to him, you need to fall back, and you need to go to my video, how to naturally fall back, because that works regardless if you did it or not. It works. And if that person's you know, and like I said at the end of the video, you gotta walk away when it doesn't serve you anymore. Opinions on talking to someone you work with.
Me and my husband actually worked together for a point, and it was wonderful.
I don't believe in it.
It was fine. It was fine for us. Like, we didn't have any issues. Because I guess because we were in two different areas. Like, I was more like on the outside. He was more
I
on
wouldn't
the
start
inside.
dating a coworker.
I mean, it wasn't nothing wrong with it for us.
When should you ask your love interest? You ask your love interest to be your boyfriend, girlfriend.
When you're ready for that commitment.
And girls shouldn't be asking. Let the guys ask.
Girl, don't ask.
Do not ask him. Do not pressure him.
Yes.
He will do it when he is ready. And it does not take 6 months to make somebody your girlfriend.
It does not.
If he waited that long, he is not sure of you.
Exactly. Because my husband said he only waited that year because of me. He been wanted to.
Like, men will literally marry a woman within a year if they know that's what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I made some choices.
Yes.
Yes.
Oops. This more. Asked me to be his girl, but I got cold feet and was just like stuck. I mean, you're not ready. Yeah. I mean, you're not ready, and that's okay too.
Yeah,
like,
if
you're not ready, like, you cannot force it. You cannot force yourself to
be in a relationship, because you have to make sure that you're ready for that commitment as well.
Yeah, and you know when you're ready, because I mean, I was scared too. I was like, ooh,
she was. And I was like, no, Brittany, like, you know, I have to like give her some confidence, just because I know
I don't know. Like, this is like a lot, but it's so naturally falling into place. Like, you don't need to like. It's
not a lot of work.
It is a little scary, but it's not like you should feel safe going into it. You should feel good going into it.
It should be a good feeling within.
And you should know, like, and then, like, you should know when you're talking to that person if you're ready or not, because it should feel natural. It shouldn't feel pressure. You shouldn't have fear. Right. You shouldn't have worry. You shouldn't be feeling like you feel rushed or anything. Like, it should just be feeling very natural with this person. So, I want to start dating when I'm ready physically and mentally. Yes. Do not get into bed with somebody if you are not physically ready to do that, because then you're going to be feeling like, whew, I didn't did this.
Before sex, not a virgin. I wasn't either. I wasn't. I mean,
that ain't my life.
I'll make a video on that for you, girl.
Yeah, she's gonna make videos on marriage. Anything with marriage, she's gonna do it.
I mean, relationships, I'm not married. Like, let me know. Come over to my page. Like, I mean, we'll link it all down below. And guys, if you want to make a video on something, you have questions, I am so open to answering all those questions and giving you the advice and just let you know how I survived this 12-year-long relationship.
Yeah, because I'm still learning. I'm still learning.
Yeah, I mean, it was hard. Like, we had our ups and downs, and you know, but like I said, well, I'll make plenty of videos to let y'all know. 12 years strong, guys, and you know, we're young. We got together when we were like 17, 18.
Cause she pulled back next time. Okay, yes. But yes, exclusively Brandy. Yes, exclusively Brandy. Yes. I'm gonna, get y'all to her page. Yes. But cause this video is getting longer than expected.
I know.
I'm gonna have to bring her back. Yes, but y'all make sure to go over to her page and subscribe. Like, please do. Like, she has so much great advice. Like, so much great advice. Yeah.
I'm so excited. I know she finally got me on here.
Yeah. I've been told her she needs to go on here. She's really good at giving relationships. She's really helped me out to get to where I'm at right now. And like, I'm like, oh my God, what you told me really worked. Like, it really, really worked. It worked. So if y'all have any questions on how to like become a girlfriend and like get married and get the ring. And also, it's all God's timing too, because sometimes you'll meet somebody and it just doesn't work.
And I'll let you know that, because I mean, guys, we've been together for 12 years, but we've only been married for like a little over 3. So,
but they were high school sweethearts, so it's just like, that's so inspirational. Like, if you're in high school and you're dating a guy, like, you need to come over here. If you're in college and you're dating a guy and you want to marry him,
I got all the college for you, girl. Because when other girls come to look at girl, or like,
she got the advice. You don't manipulate. I don't know who Google user is. They're probably a hater.
I know.
How to manipulate a man into a relationship. Hello. Welcome,
I can't
welcome.
manipulate this ring though.
Ooh, ooh,
Ooh.
ooh.
Can't manipulate that though. She was there when I got it proposed to.
I was there when she got proposed to. Ain't no
Manipulate
manipulation, baby. Like a man, there's no manipulation.
No,
A man
so
will
put
do
a
what
ring
he
on your
wants.
finger? No, ain't no guy go manipulate. I'm sorry.
That's we talking about high value men
Yes.
here. We're not talking about no weak man that's desperate or whatever. We talking about high value men. And a man who wants to be with you will be with
Exactly.
you. And if he doesn't want to be with you, it don't matter how much manipulation you think you're about to do, because men know. Men know. I never get no figures for the lies. Veronica, nobody manipulated me. That's her husband. Why is he on here?
Oh my God. Love you.
Look at her husband. He like, shoot, I'm watching my baby. I'm supporting my baby. I'm supporting my baby. Exactly. Nobody trying to manipulate. Wow, her husband is on here watching. Like, he is not playing no games.
Asking the girl out, how should you say it, and how you should just be straight up and let them know, like, hey, kind of sit them down and be like, we've been talking for a while. I'm really enjoying the way things are going between us, and I would like to go to that next level with you of commitment. Just, hey, like an old school little boy, will you be my girlfriend?
Yeah, exactly. Like, a man knows what he wants. Ain't no manipulation. If he don't want to be with you, he ain't gonna be with you. I tell you that much.
I know, but guys, we love you all. Like, I will definitely be back on the live.
If you have any more questions,
like,
yes, y'all have. I'm so sorry. She will be back, and I will go live again every Sunday, unless I'm gonna be with my man. But I'll try to go live on Sunday, and maybe one day I can bring him on here with you.
I will bring the guys.
You bring the guys. I don't know.
I was like,
like, oh,
I know. We love them. We do. We love them, but we love guys, our guys. But yeah, I had to block Google. Right? I know, a hater.
I don't know. Remove. Oh, I don't know how to delete this person, but whatever. I don't care. I don't care about haters. I work in the media industry. Like, this is nothing new to me.
People hate.
Yeah, I don't care. But okay, thank you guys so much for watching this channel, and just look for more content that is coming soon. I love you guys so much. I see the support. I see the love, and I'm gonna put some information down below where y'all can. If y'all have any questions for me, go ahead and comment them below.
Yes.
Message me on Instagram at Brittany Nashay. I just got through doing a podcast. And I posted that on my Instagram as well. I'm gonna repost it on here. So look out for that. And then my sister, go ahead and follow her on her channel as well.
My
and
Instagram
then if y'all have any advice or any Brandy_T.
Brandy T _.
Brandy T _.
I'll link it below.
She'll link it below in her video as well. But go ahead and give her a follow. Exclusively Brandy on her channel. And I'll make sure to post that below as well. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.